Oliver Chapman has survived in the hurly-burly of the music industry for over 25 years. His talent and versatility is known throughout Trinidad and Tobago, and he's regarded as an institution. His rise to fame was long and hard. Success came through dedication, persistence, lots of luck, and a fair share of natural talent. Chapman considers his strength to be his songwriting ability and style.
Well, I am a song stylist. I can do the soca thing in my way. I can do the pop ballad, you know. I think according to how I get inspiration again, the mood I'm in, you know, I write a song with food, you know. I feel, it's how I'm feeling, you know, but I think I'm versatile, you know. Not really straightforward Calypsonian, not straightforward pop, you know. I can, you know, it's like a lot of the Calypsonians now, rather came from that school, Tambo, Eralashi, I mean, you know, this girl, Plummer, they were all pop or ballad singers at one time, and they, you know, they're very talented, the same school I came from.
Yes, I know what you've been through. All your life he's been hurting you.
Where does Chapman get the inspiration to compose his songs?
All kind of things. Sometimes I create some of them, imaginary things, and sometimes things around me I see, things by traveling I notice. I pick up a lot of, you know, I hang in the square, just stand up like in Woodford Square and just listen to people. Get inspiration from there, you know, what to say and all this sort of thing. Talking to you now, I'm getting inspiration.
Oliver thinks of himself as a perfectionist in the studio, for he always seeks to deliver the best quality work to his listeners. Record producers like Richard Nappy Myers can vouch for this.
Well, Oliver more or less prefers to work with someone he can, I suppose, put his trust in, you know, and he more or less lets you do what you think is best until something disturbs him. If something disturbs him, well, he would indicate it to you, and he would try to do something about it. Or argue the point until there's some kind of solution, you know. But more or less, he lets you do what you're supposed to do, and he does not interfere too much. He tries not to interfere too much in the actual work itself, because that sort of bogs you down to someone does that, you know, or hires you to arrange and then simply wants to arrange everything themselves anyway. So, but Oliver is definitely not that type of fellow. He lets you do your job, you know, unless something disturbs him. You know.
Nappy Myers produced Oliver's latest solo effort for the 1990 Carnival season, something called Rockin' Rockers.
Nappy is my main producer when it comes to soca or calypso. Nappy is the one man I work with, you know. He understands what I want. And, for the album, what I did, I must say it's been underplayed here. There's so many records out. It's been underplayed, and as a result of that, not people have know that I have this album out. So I gotta keep pushing it still and see maybe if after Carnival I can pick up something on it.
Persistence is one of the key ingredients of this man's character. With the odds forever stacked against him, Oliver refuses to be disillusioned, believing that he will succeed. It's just a matter of time. When asked what keeps him going, he replied,
I don't know. I don't know what keeps me going on. Honestly, I really don't know. I love what I'm doing, you know. I haven't made it as how I think I should make it, or how I want to make it. But I don't know, something inside of me telling me, keep pushing on all the time. Don't give up, and I keep on.
The long and winding road began in 1962, when 17-year-old Oliver Chapman banded together with 4 other boys to form the Sparks. With help from mentor Tony Wilson, Then a member of the Five Flames, the Sparks had some success. However, Gladys Wilson should be the one given the credit for Oliver and his friends ever getting a foothold in the music industry. She recalls those early days.
Was a little fellow running all around the place, but always liked music. Always with a guitar in his hand, playing, and have others following him up. Always trying to sing, but I don't want to say much about that. They couldn't sing. But I liked them, huh? And whenever Tony had a group called the Five Flames, the little fellows used to come and interrupt Tony. Tony used to get vexed about that. But I had liked them, you know. So, evening session, I said, but Tony, just what you like, they like, you know, son. And I would like you to help them. Help me with them. I'll take them and form a group of them. He looked at me, so he said one side, always obey me. Okay, mother. I said, boys, go down the steps and keep quiet. And when the boys finish practicing, I will call you up. You all will talk with Tony. And they did so. They were very obedient boys, huh? Then after Tony was finished practicing, then the mother, they can come and say, Oliver, boys, you all come. And Tony talked with them and I say, I want you to help me with them. And he really did it, eh? Help me with them. We just practiced them and so. But the sweetest joke for me is when Tony decided to take them up to the studio to Radio Trinidad. Well, I encouraged it, and my husband was alive at the time, and he had liked it too. And it was Oliver, Clifford, can't remember the boy's name good now. It was Hall was in it, Bobby Hall, Gibbons. Well, anyway, we had 5 of them. And Tony take them up to the studio. Well, boy, oh boy, when Tony take them. The first thing, it was, I think the fellow name was Bill Macpherson or something so. And he asked Tony, what is the name of the group? Well, Tony's group was the Five Flames. So right away he said, well, your flames, we call them Sparks. So they decided on calling them the Five Sparks. And they went and they practiced them. They sang that evening. Well, I must tell the truth, I never hear anything so queer as that. I laugh. My people one laugh and think. But when they was finished and thing, I turned, I know they were from there. Tony's bringing them back home. I tell my husband, I said, Fred, when the children come, you don't talk to them at all because I know you're going to heckle them and tell them this song bad. Don't do that at all. You hide from, he said, well, I will have to hide from them because I will laugh. I say, no. So the children really, when they came back, first fella asked me, Oliver, Susan? I said, yes, Oliver. How did we song? I said, boy, great.
That rocky start only made the boys more determined to succeed.
Well, the Sparks had, good success performing around the country and tea parties and, gigs and stuff. But I think the real success came when we changed the name from Sparks to Wildfire with the launching of that song called Come On Down, which was written by Tony Wilson. That was a real smasher. Hits started coming one after the other because we had Come On Down, we had Check It Out, we had We All Got Children, we had Old Man River, Try Making Love. These were all #1 songs, Each of them went to the charts to #1. So the real success came with the launching of Come On Down and the name Wildfire, from Sparks to Wildfire.
the 70s and early 80s, Wildfire hit the charts with such memorable tunes as Tide is Low, Check It Out, We Are All God's Children. Penning hit songs for Wildfire became second nature for Chapman, but much of their early hits were written by Tony Wilson.
Wilson wrote a lot of songs for us, you know. Then I wrote some, Cylon wrote some, like We All God's Children was written by Cylon and myself. Come On Down, Check It Out was written by Tony. Try Making Love also. But, you know, as we go along, we started writing. Cylon wrote. Even Clifford tried his hand at some of the writing.
And how did he feel when one of his songs became #1 on the charts?
Great. Great, you know. I just enjoy, you know. I felt good to know that I could write a song that could hit the top of the charts on #1. You know. But I thought the greatest feeling of all was not too long ago. I think I was just getting out of Wildfire when I had 3 songs. 1, 2, 3 on the charts here. They were Crying's Easy, Tanti Say, and Sunday Morning. 3 of them written by me were 1, 2, 3. That's good. That's a good achievement.
With the phenomenal success of Wildfire, it was inevitable that pressures would be placed on the members to be always at their best.
No, I thought I did fine, you know. I mean, as a matter of fact, I drink a beer now and then, you know, but I don't deal with any drugs. Up to this day, no drugs at all. You know, I gotta sing, man. I gotta keep conscious. I gotta write and produce, and I don't need drugs.
Wish I was a picker tree, bearing fruits abundantly. When them woman come to pick, the way I set me pick 'em and they must get good. Pick a tree, they'll get nice fruit, because I down to the root.
In '77, Wildfire diversified and sang Calypso for the first time as a group in Sparrow's tent.
Yeah, we were dealing with pop songs, but at the same time, if you remember, in 1970, we started singing in the Calypso tent in 1970, in Kitchener's tent. And we sang from 70 to 78, you know, something like that. We spent about 8 seasons with Kitchener, doing the Calypso back-end chorus, and also doing our thing as a Calypso group. So we had that sort of inclination to do the soca all the while, you know. We recorded Calypso way back in 1972. I remember the song was Chocolingo and We Mars, a Calypso which I wrote also. We had Calypso like Mars in Africa, which I wrote again, Steel Bandsman, Don't Climb the Pick a Tree, well, that is nothing like Frankie Atta wrote that first. We did a lot of indigenous music, a lot of them, you know. So, and all then we were Wildfire or Spark, somewhere between there, so we was doing all around, you know, trying to please the people as we see it fit. You know.
But no amount of top-notch performances could ensure the survival of the group in such a small market. It just could not generate the revenue required. Hence, in 1985, Wildfire disbanded.
Well, like so many other things, you know, all good things must come to an end, as I said in the song. I thought the market here dried up for Wildfire. We grew to a height, and then I couldn't get the whole group to go abroad at the same time. I know a lot of other problems, domestic problems and things like that. So then Terry left. Terry Collymore left. He went to the States. We had a drummer called Winston McDonald. We used to call him Waggy. He also went to the States. And I tried to get replacement in the group. I put in a couple of guys, but somehow it never clicked like how we used to. And I started doing solo. Still with the group. When I had Tanti Say, I was still with Wildfire. And after a while, the click, the groove of the group, it just wasn't working, you know. And guys, more and more guys split. Then I left, I went to the States. And there's where my solo thing came out from the time I had a hit with Tanti Say. I said, well, if Wildfire isn't happening, I tried myself.
No more fancy lights, no more shows in the night, no more screaming and shouting. I'm the one still left. Then you find things went wrong, and we're no longer strong. All these years promised land. In their minds, there must be a plan. As life goes on, time winds its way to the dawn of the brand